Hi, so for our 6 traditional and favourite family recipes, what are we going to be making today, Cam?
So today we'll be making an all-time family favourite in this household, which is spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, and we're going to be using the late Marcella Hazan's authentic Italian recipe.
Okay, let's get started. Okay, so for this recipe, there really does seem to be a lot of ingredients.
Yeah, so what we do need, let's go through what we need. So we need 3 tablespoons of butter, plus 1 for mixing with the pasta, tossing the pasta. We need 1 onion chopped. 2 stalks of celery chopped. I don't love celery, but but always in authentic Italian sauces, gives it a lovely flavour. 2 carrots chopped. We need 500 grams of meat, so we've got half pork, half beef. We need salt, black pepper, 1 cup of whole milk, 1 cup of dry white wine, 1 can of tomatoes, and then pasta and fresh parmesan for serving at the table.
Sounds good. Alright, let's get started.
Okay, so we're going to start preparing the veg. I'm cutting the 2 carrots.
And then I'm also going to cut the 2 stalks of celery. And then we also need to cut up the 1 onion and the 4 cloves of garlic.
And I'm going to add some fresh herbs to the recipe. Doesn't call for it, but I'm going to add a handful of flat leaf parsley and my all-time favourite, fresh thyme.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay.
So, we've just added the 3 tablespoons of butter and 1 tablespoon of oil to the pan. And I've chopped up an onion, so I'm just going to add that in here.
And I'm going to add the garlic and my fresh herbs, and we're going to sweat that until the onions are translucent.
Okay, so my mum couldn't resist the temptation to seasoning the oil.
Slow at seasoning.
So she added some seasonal into the oil. So now we're just going to add the chopped carrots and the chopped celery.
And then we're going to fry that up for 2 minutes, and then we're going to add the meat. Now you need to add a cup of milk. And let that simmer. So let it bubble and simmer. And actually, one of the ingredients was nutmeg. So we've added a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. So stir that in, and then let it simmer, and then you need it to simmer and bubble away, basically.
Awesome.
Okay, so the milk has bubbled away, and now we're going to add 1 cup of white wine. And it's so nice to be with Cam now, because we can actually drink some wine as well.
Which is great.
Which is great. But what we're going to do is we're going to let that white wine evaporate.
I was super skeptical about adding milk, wine, and tomatoes together because it just doesn't sound like it would work at all. But I'm not going to lie, it actually smells really nice.
Yeah, it does. It smells lovely.
So we'll see how it goes, but my hopes are getting higher and higher as we go along.
Lovely. Okay, so now the wine is evaporated, which is great. Camille's going to add a can of tomatoes, and then she's going to reduce the heat and let it simmer for 3 hours. That's a long time.
That is a long time. Especially when you live in a house with my brother and you constantly get asked when dinner's ready. 3 hours seems like a very long time.
But we're going to do that. So, and if it gets sticky, if the meat starts to stick, we're going to add a little bit of water. So, so add the tomatoes, stir it in, reduce the heat, simmer for 3 hours.
Alright. We just finished making the bolognese sauce, and it took about 3 hours, so it did take a really long time to make.
But it tastes beautiful. So let us know if you try it. Send in any pictures. We're going to serve it with some grated parmesan, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.